You have to understand the symbolism of the LA Lakers in relation to who's in office right now. But let's start with Donald Trump talking about the golden era in America. Now, if you're not living in Iraq, if you're not daft, if you know what he's actually referring to, everybody else is going to get poor and poor and poor. But when Donald Trump says the golden age, he's really referring to the gilded age before the time of FDR and the New Deal. So when Donald Trump talks about a golden age, he's talking about the richest people getting richer than they've ever been. So that's what's referenced by the purple and gold. Is the rich get much richer when they buy low and sell high by manufacturing a recession and a depression. Number two, in Donald Trump's America, there's unqualified black people in his worldview, which is complete BS. DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion, is about ensuring that the best, most qualified pool of candidates is available. That you're hiring and choosing from the best pool of people, regardless of if they're white or not white. So that's what, and the biggest beneficiaries of DEI are military veterans, military status, and white women. And so that's what getting rid of DEI affects the most. But in Donald Trump's America, he's firing the black people, and you can get hired if you have more connections with the top people in the company if you're white. So that's what's happening here in Donald Trump's America. Now let's go back to the time that Darvin Ham got fired. He's a scapegoat because he's a black coach. So J.J. Reddick was only chosen because he's Goat King LeBron's friend. Unqualified white men get hired under Donald Trump. But in Donald Trump's racist Nazi worldview, the white guy is always the most qualified guy. And now, don't get me wrong, J.J. Reddick's the most qualified guy between Darvin Ham and J.J. Reddick. You see how the Lakers are number 2 in the league. He was the right man for the job when we're speaking about was he a scapegoat, Darvin Ham? Now, this is Donald Trump's, in the Republican Elon Musk Nazi worldview. It's not reflected in reality. You have a bunch of unqualified white men in charge in the White House right now, but that's kind of the symbolism that J.J. Reddick represents, is getting rid of DEI. So that's the symbolism. That is how the Lakers connect to Donald Trump. As a matter of fact, DEI, the acronym, is gematria of the Lakers' 18th title. DEI is gematria of the Celtics coming off of their 18th title. DEI is gematria of Goat King LeBron's 6-3 playoff record as a member of the Lakers. Number 2, the Lakers represent Donald Trump in white supremacy. In what way do they represent that? Not due to the fact that they have a white coach, but Donald Trump has hired lots of white people in his cabinet. The Lakers, notice, have quite a bit of white players on their team. The acquisition of Luka Doncic. Donald Trump is going to watch a team with white players win the championship. Now, the Lakers are not going to visit Donald Trump. No NBA team is going to visit Donald Trump. And now when we think back to the Super Bowl, wasn't it a white guy who returned the interception for a touchdown on his birthday? So even though the Eagles had a black quarterback, you rarely see a white guy return an interception for a pick six. So that's kind of what stood out with the Philadelphia Eagles. Even though loser Trump, like this little maggot Mahomes family, and Trump was a big loser in the Super Bowl. His team lost. That's why he left early. That's why the Eagles didn't visit Donald Trump. And so Luka Doncic, white player. Dalton Knecht, white player. Alex Len, white. and Austin Reeves, white. Lakers have quite a bit of white players on the team. Maxi Kleber's injured, but that's a fifth white player on the LA Lakers. In Gold Bond's fifth ring, and all these white players kind of represent the white supremacy, and everybody who gets hired by Trump is white pretty much. The majority of his cabinet is white, notice. This was not the case under Biden. Basically, he only hires the black guy to be the head of urban health and development, huh? That's all Donald Trump thinks black people are for. White, Hispanic, Mark Rubio, white. Sounds about white. Oh, Secretary of labor rights. Only blacks and Latinos need labor rights. Let's hire the Hispanic for that. You see how Donald Trump does? You see the racism of Donald Trump? You see what I referencing? Secretary of Housing and Urban Development goes to the black guy. No black guy is among the most powerful cabinet positions, such as Defense Secretary. Think back to Lloyd Austin. White. Sounds about white. White Party, Republican Party. White players, LA Lakers, more so than other teams. The DEI angle with Darvin Ham and JJ Reddick. In the so-called golden age, the billionaires get richer and richer and richer. Of course, we're referencing the purple and gold of the Lakers.